Do you guys remember PT? Do you? Do you remember PT? PT was supposed to be a sneaky little preview for a reboot. I guess a reboot. Maybe it was just a follow-up. I don't know how they were going to number it, but it was supposed to be a reboot of Silent Hill. All right? Because at the end, you got a whole Silent Hill reveal, and dude from Walking Dead was in it, and there was a whole thing. But the demo PT is infamous for dropping, I guess, 9 years ago this month, maybe even this week. It dropped on PlayStation 4 exclusively and never was anywhere else. People have recreated it in Unreal Engine, and there are various versions you can play via PC and other ways that aren't the official game. And I guess you can even not unlock, what do they call it? Jailbreak your PlayStation 5 now, and you can play the game on there. It's playable. People have figured that stuff out like they do. But man, when that thing happened, I downloaded that demo and it's easily the most scared I had been since, I don't know, Silent Hill 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1, which scared me pretty bad. I would put it right up there with Resident Evil 7 as the scariest game experience I'd ever experienced. And before y'all start leaving comments about Amnesia, any of that Amnesia stuff, I didn't play those, okay? I'm smart enough to know when I've been whipped, and I don't need to look any further, all right? The point is, PT made a huge impact. People are really stoked about it. People are jazzed about it. There were a lot of people involved that you would probably recognize or remember. I mean, things like PT was short for Playable Teaser. It was developed by Kojima Productions, so everybody was really excited about that, although it showed up under the pseudonym 7780 Studio, whatever the heck he meant by that, and published by Konami. It was directed and designed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with famed filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, which is a big deal. Now, after that game was canceled, the revival of the Silent Hill game got canceled. They removed the demo. So if you didn't hang on to it, keep it downloaded on the device. I think it's still on my PS4 over there. But if you didn't keep it there, you didn't get it anymore. And that was it. That was going to be the end of that. And all we heard after that was Konami's busy now. Doing what? Well, we're working on our pachinko business. Everything's about pachinko, although that would really bite them in the butt during COVID. But their pachinko parlors and the machines they made for that and all of that, they just really shifted. They stopped making Castlevania games, it felt like. They stopped they stopped working directly with Kojima, and he left right after the Phantom Pain business. And that was the end of that. So no more Metal Gear of any kind. They're coming around lately, starting to see movement from them where they may have some stuff going on. So I don't want to, I don't want to slam Konami in perpetuity, but they had a moment there that really sucked. But on this anniversary, I thought I would just share a quick thought I had about PT. PT was money on the table, and I am blown away that they never acted on it, because at the time, that's all anybody talked about in 2014 was that demo. It was on the mouths of every gamer. And even if you didn't own a PlayStation, you were talking about PT and how incredibly insane and scary it was. YouTube videos were everywhere. People were watching it constantly. People were figuring out how to hack the thing and figure out how it was made or what was going on, what was triggering certain events in the walkthrough. I don't want to give too much away, because if you end up playing PT somehow, I don't want to give away how this thing turns out or what the point of it was. You should experience it for yourself. I'll never do it twice. That's how bad it scared me, but I'm glad I did it at least the one time. And I did it with people in the room, so that helped. But I remember a video where you can probably go find this somewhere, somebody hacked the camera in the game so that you could see what was behind you the whole time. Again, no spoilers, but there's some shit behind you in this game. Anyway, this game/demo had such critical acclaim, such player acclaim, that it absolutely, and when they canceled it, was Konami leaving large amounts of cash on the table. We would probably be 3 games into a PT series, or rather a reboot of Silent Hill by now. And survival horror fans would be stoked about that. And all we hear about instead is Resident Evil, because Resident Evil they just kind of got left to do their thing. Konami had a real chance here to actually kind of be the place to go for video game horror as a new generation of consoles was starting. In this case, the PlayStation 4 is a little less than a year old at this point. They could have gone so far with this. They could have made so much money with it. When Resident Evil 7 was announced, it almost felt like 7 was an answer to PT, not to previous Resident Evil games, not to other competing survival horror games in the market. It felt like an answer to a demo that is no longer available on the PlayStation 4. Why would you do that? Honestly, why would you do that? I understand Konami's, they were in a bit of a flux then. I mentioned it before, the pachinko thing. They were in a weird rock and a hard place, maybe. I don't know what was going on financially with the Japanese headquarters or what was going on over in their offices here or any of that. I don't know. All I know is they produced a chunk of gold. They laid the gold on the table, and then they said, give us that gold back. We're not giving you that gold after all, and then walked away from it. To me, one of the most insane ball drops in the history of video games. What do you think? Did you like PT? Did it scare the pee out of you like it did me? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, to leave you a little something here, I got a video of me playing the beta, or I guess it's not really open beta. It's just closed beta, whatever it is, of Palia. There's some ex-World of Warcraft devs, Blizzard people, and some others that went off and started a game that's like Stardew Valley, but a big open world, questy, sort of almost MMO. Multiple players are in there. But at its core, it's like, build cool furniture, expand your home, tend your crops, all that sort of stuff, chop down trees, a little bit of survival element in there, but it's a real light, non-combat focused sort of thing. I think it's really good so far, but I'm pretty sure in this video, it's footage of me watering buttholes.
Get more at frogpants.com.